Hey there guys, EctoMaster here. We're back with another Hero Spotlight. As promised, we're taking a look at E.T.C. Now, E.T.C is a melee warrior from the Warcraft universe. He's based off of the Elite Tauren Chieftain band, the in-house band for Blizzard. So, of course, these Hero Spotlights, we take a look at their abilities, their talents, and then their skins. And then at the end, we take a look at a build or two, depending on the type of character that we are looking at, and then we will decide which character we will be showing next. So let's go ahead and take a look at E.T.C and his abilities. So starting with his trait, it is Rockstar. Basically, after using an ability, E.T.C and nearby allies temporarily gain attack speed. Now his three main abilities is Power Slide is the first one. It's a 12-second cooldown, you cost 60 mana, slide to a location dealing 60 damage and stunning enemies hit for 1 second. Face Melt costs 60 mana, is also a 12-second cooldown, deals 50 damage to nearby enemies, knocking them back. And then Guitar Solo costs 40 mana is an 8-second cooldown, regenerates 25 health per second for 4 seconds, or 100 health. Now his main heroics, or basically his heroics. The first one is Mosh Pit. It costs 100 mana, has a 120 second cooldown. After 0.75 seconds, or 3/4 of a second, channel to stun nearby enemies for 4 seconds. It stuns nearby enemies and forces them to dance. The other choice is Stage Dive. It's a global leap that slows and damages enemies. Costs 100 mana. Cooldown is 75 seconds. It's a leap to any location on the map. Deals 100 damage to enemies in the area. And slows them for 3 seconds. So now we have an idea of what his abilities are. Let's take a look at his talents. Now Block is one that we see quite often with other melee warriors. So we're going to ignore that one for now. So the three other choices, Rolling Like a Stone increases the range of Power Slide by 25%. Pawn Shop Guitar reduces Guitar Solo's mana cost by 40%. And Prog Rock, each regeneration globe you pick up permanently increases the healing per second by Guitar Solo by 2 seconds. At level 4, you get Double Neck Guitar. You can choose Double Neck Guitar. Increases Power Slide's width by 100%, and you slide 30% faster. Almost said 300%. Mic Check. Hitting at least 3 targets with Face Melt reduces its cooldown by 4 seconds. Hammer On. Rockstar lasts 2 seconds longer, and while Rockstar is active, your abilities cost 10 less mana. And then Pinball Wizard. Face Melt does 50% more damage to enemies recently affected by Power Slide. Level 7, you can choose between Loudspeakers, increases Face Melt range and knockback by 50%. Guitar Hero, while Guitar Solo is active, you heal for 50% of the damage dealt by basic attacks. Just keep rocking. While Guitar Solo is active, the duration of silences, stuns, slows, roots, and polymorphs are reduced by 50%. And then follow through is one we see common with other heroes. Again, we talked about the heroic abilities at level 10, so we're going to go ahead and move on to level 13. Groupies. Guitar Solo also heals nearby allied heroes for 24 health every second while it's active. Face Melt slows enemies by 80%, fading over 2 seconds. That's Face Smelt. Showstopper reduces all damage taken by 25% for 4 seconds after using Power Slide. And then Spell Shield, one we see often with others. Speed Metal. Rockstar also gives 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. The Echo Pedal, using a basic or heroic ability, releases 2 pulses of 30 damage. The first occurs instantly, the second occurs 2 seconds later. Encore. Face Melt leaves an amp behind, which will knock enemies away, again, 2 seconds later. And then Imposing Presence is another one we see quite often. Level 20, there's actually 5 that you can choose from. Tour Bus. If you got Mosh Pit, you can pick up Tour Bus. Mosh Pit refreshes the cooldown of Power Slide. You can Power Slide during Mosh Pit, which also increases its duration by 2 seconds. Crowd Pleaser, if you picked up Stage Dive. Stage Dive's impact area is 50% bigger, and its cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds for enemy hero hit. Every enemy hero hit. And then Death Metal, it's a passive. Upon dying, a ghost uses Mash Pit at your location. And then Storm Shield and Bolt of the Storm, again, ones we see quite often with other heroes. So let's go ahead and take a look at the skins for E.T.C. So this is his base skin. That one's kind of cool looking. We have that one there. His master skin, which is basically looks like Kiss. That one's not too bad, personally. I kind of like that one. That one's a little more Horde themed. You have Glam Metal E.T.C. $7.49 on the store, and this is what he looks like essentially, like a 1980s rocker. He even has like the Prince-like guitar. Yep. And then Pure Country E.T.C. It's more Southern style. There you have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of the talents, or a couple of builds that we have out here. First one, we're going to see a familiar face. This one is defensive. It's called Eternal Tauren Chieftain, or E.T.C. It's a defensive build, and it was done by Old Pro 87, which did our Kalphas set us up the bomb build. So the first one that he takes is Prog Rock at level 1. At level 4, he takes Hammer On. At level 7, he opts for Guitar Hero. Level 10, he goes for Mosh Pit. Level 13, Showstopper. Level 16, Speed Metal. And then level 20, he goes for Bolt of the Storm. Now these are very, very defensively built builds, obviously, because they are there to keep you alive as long as you possibly can. So with that being said, let's take a little more damaged orientation based, something like that. Orientation based. There, that's what we'll call it. Build. Now this is called E.T.C. Damage Build. That's it. It's the highest voted damage build for E.T.C. on Heroes Nexus, as the other was the highest voted defensive build. And that's all it's done. It's done by Cruel Dad 1488. He opts for level 1 Rolling Like a Stone, so increases the range power slide. At level 4, he goes for a Double Neck Guitar, so increases the width and speed of power slide. At level 7, he goes for Follow Through, so using an ability empowers next basic attack. So your next basic attack within 6 seconds deals 40% additional damage. Level 10, he goes for Stage Dive. At level 13, he takes a look at Showstopper as well. At level 16, he goes Echo Pedal, so he doubles the amount of, he does that 2 things. And then at level 20, he also goes for Bolt of the Storm. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 2 builds that I saw that were the most popular for E.T.C. And now it's time for everybody's favorite part, time to pick the next hero. So I've got 14 heroes to choose from. We're going to roll a D14 and see which one we get. Number 5. Johnny 5 is alive. And Johnny 5 has picked a healer. That's not healer. Healer! Supports! In the form of Lily! So the next video that we will have, the next hero spotlight that we will look at, will be everyone's favorite little Pandaren girl, Lily. I'm EctoMaster, and that's all I have for today's episode, or at least this week's episode, or whenever this video comes out. Until then, I will see you guys in the next round.